Hey, how you guys doing today? This is Stefan Jimenez, and I'm here to present the DFS Daily Dose for August 31st. I'm going to break down the early-only slate as well as the main slate in this video. As always, if you want to watch the full video, go subscribe to our YouTube channel at RotoBeast. We have some great content we've been putting up. We've been winning a lot of money. No cash tonight I threw up or had in my hand, but hey, we cashed on DraftKings and Fanduel tonight as well. So let's jump into this early only slate first. We'll start with pitching. There's two really good pitchers in DeGrom and Greinke. The problem with both of them is they're not in the best matchups. In the end, they're not in the best ballparks for pitchers. So we'll start with Greinke. I'm actually favoriting him a little bit more, just because the guy's been on fire. He has a 298 WOBA. He allows to lefties, a 300 WOBA to righties. This guy is having career highs in almost every single category. He has a 2.8 ERA at home, a 49% ground ball rate, 12.8 swing and strike rate, 27.8 K per 9 rate, and he's allowing contact only 72% of the time. So that's my case for Greinke. The dude is good. The Dodgers are the best team. They're my team, but it's a little bit scary against Greinke. I think he'll pitch well, maybe give up a couple runs, but I think he'll still get a quality start. Next, we'll go to DeGrom. I like DeGrom as well. He's going against Cincinnati. We just seen Cincinnati get shut out by a rookie pitcher, or not shut out, but they didn't score 1-2 runs by a rookie pitcher today, who almost went a complete game. Now you got DeGrom going in. This guy's good. He allows a 286 WOBA to left-handers, a 299 WOBA to right-handers. DeGrom has 11 Ks per 9. He averages with a 13.5 swing and strike rate. So DeGrom is good as well. I really like DeGrom as well tomorrow. The problem with DeGrom is he does allow, he has a 187 ISO he allows, which pretty much tells you when he does get hit, he gets hard, and they're usually home runs. But I do like DeGrom. DeGrom and Greinke are definitely the top plays on the early-only slate. Okay, we'll move on to batters in the early-only slate. We'll start with the Mets going against Stevenson. I like the Mets a lot. They're in a great hitter's park. They're going against a garbage pitcher. Stevenson allows a 391 WOBA to left-handers, a 363 WOBA to right-handers, a 190 ISO he has. So, the Mets are in a prime time matchup. The only problem is, who are you really going to play for the Mets? The Mets have traded everybody away. Cespedes is hurt, but I do like Jose Reyes. He's been hot, so I do like him. I like Cabrera, Zubro Cabrera. He's been pretty good lately, so I do like him. If you can get some cheap options like Nemo or maybe Flores, I do like them as well. But the Mets are in a good spot, so you just kind of see how the lineup comes out and kind of make your decision from there. Next, we'll go with the Minnesota Twins. They have a 5.3 implied run total. Okay, so this is the tricky one. I do like the Twins, but they're going against Miguel Gonzalez, who has been pitching very, very well his past 3 to 4 starts. Like, seriously, this guy he allows a 322 WOBA to left-handers, a 306 WOBA to right-handers, so he's really not too bad. I think the Twins are risky, even though they do have the second highest implied run total on the slate. If I was going to go with some Twins, I like Dozier. He's 4 for 6 off of Gonzalez. Polanco's 3 for 6. You got Rosario 2 for 6. Escobar 4 for 12. So all these guys are batting over 300. So hey, I'm not saying they're not going to put up runs tomorrow. They're just a little bit scary. Also, you could throw in Buxton. The guy's been on fire. So I do like Buxton tomorrow as well. Next, we'll go to the White Sox. They have a 4.7 implied run total, which I feel like they should be a little bit higher. The problem is they really don't have nobody anymore. But they are going against Bartolo Colon. Bartolo Colon is old. He needs to retire. The dude sucks. He allows a 356 WOBA to left-handers, a 328 WOBA to right-handers, and he's just been bad lately. I want to say he's allowed like 8 home runs in the last 3 starts or something. He hasn't. He's been terrible. I like Abreu at first base. I feel like he's a safe cash game option. I like the punt catchers. If it's either Navarez or it's Smith. If it's Smith especially, he's been on fire in August. So I really like him if he's in play. I mean, if he's in the lineup tomorrow. And I also like Yomar Sanchez. The guy's been swinging a good bat. He has I think like 14 home runs in August or something like that. He's been on fire, so that's somebody to kind of to look at. And lastly, on the early only slate, we're gonna go and we're gonna take a look at the Houston Astros. They have a 4.6 implied run total. The scary part about them is they're going against Cole Hamels, which is actually a pretty good pitcher. But this year he's actually, he's regressed a lot. I think the Astros will get to him a little bit. They have some really good numbers against him. Reddick is 3 for 6. You got Gaddis. He has 3 home runs. Altuve is 6 for 18 with the home run. You got Brian McCann has 3 home runs. Beltran has 3 home runs. So all these guys have some good career numbers off Cole Hamels, and I definitely think that tomorrow they're going to get to him a little bit. So that's kind of where I'm at for the early only slate. I really don't care for it too much. It's kind of but hey, if you're like me, you're addicted to playing DFS, and you're probably gonna play anyways. So let's move on to the main slate. There's a couple pitchers I do like. We'll start with my favorite pitcher on the board. He's the highest favorite with the 220 favorite Vegas favorite right now. It's Kyle Hendricks. He's pitching in Chicago against the Atlanta Braves, who have been horrible. Yes, they broke out for like 9 runs today, but come on, that's one game in the past month that they've actually done anything. So I do like Kyle Hendricks. The wind is blowing in super a lot. So Kyle Hendricks is going to be my favorite. He allows a 282 WOBA to left-handers, a 261 WOBA to right-handers, and he only has a 150 ISO. And like I said, the Braves have been bad, so he's going to be my top pitcher on this slate, I'm thinking. Next, we'll go to the other guy who's definitely in consideration for the top pitcher as well, is Bumgarner. But he's barely favored. He's only a 108 favorite, so I don't know how I feel about that. But Bumgarner, he has been pretty good this year. He has a 234 WOBA he allows to left-handers, a 279 WOBA to right-handers. He's been good his past 3 or 4 starts. He's really picking it up. He was looking a little rough when he first came off the DL, but he's been getting a lot better. The problem with Bumgarner is he has a 183 ISO, so when he gets hit, he does get hit hard. He allows some home runs. One guy that does have good numbers for the Cardinals off him is Carpenter. Carpenter's 3 for 5 with 2 doubles. But for the most part, I think Bumgarner will do all right. They're in a pitcher's park, so that helps him out. So him and Hendricks are gonna go back and forth. I'm undecided who I'm gonna go with yet, but I really like both of them as the top 2 cash game pitchers on the slate. Somebody with a little bit more risk, but he's been good, is Gio Gonzalez. He allows a 244 WOBA to left-handers, a 308 WOBA to right-handers. But he also has a high ISO. When he gets hit, like I said, he gives up home runs as well. He has a 175 ISO. But he's been striking out about a batter an inning. What you're looking for, he's going against the Brewers, who have the highest K rate in the league at a 25% K rate. And another cool thing that, I don't know if you know about Gio, but since the All-Star break, there's in 8 starts, only one time has he allowed more than 2 earned runs. So he's been pitching very well lately, and the Brewers have been struggling. So I do like Gio, more as a GPP play. The reason for that is you do still got Santana, Villar, Tame, Shaw, Perez. They all have good numbers off Gio, so I'm not saying he's not going to get hit, but I think he is a good GPP pitcher. Okay, well, let's move on to the bats for main slate. We'll start with the Orioles. They have the highest implied run total for the main slate at a 5.4 run total. You got Marcos Estrada going against the Orioles. Marco Estrada's been bad. I said Santana. I like Santana. He does have good numbers against Gio. Just going back real quick. But the Orioles against Marco Estrada. Estrada allows a 285 WOBA to left-handers, a 328 WOBA to right-handers. But those numbers sound good. But he has a 187 ISO. So he's given up a lot of home runs this year for sure. He has a five earned runs. He's giving up 5 earned runs per game, 3.5 walks. So he's letting people on base. I really like all the righties for Baltimore. And also I try to stay away from BVP. I try. But these guys have such good numbers off Estrada. It's ridiculous. You got Mancini. I think he's 2 for 4. Castillo has 4 home runs. Flaherty, Chris Davis, Scope. They have 2 home runs. You got Adam Jones, Machado. They both have a home run. So it's like, and Trumbo has a home run as well. So these guys have really good numbers against Marcos Estrada. So I definitely think they're going to hit some home runs off him tomorrow. And I don't think it's looking too good for Marco Estrada. Next, we'll move on to the Marlins. I really like the Marlins tomorrow. They're going against Lively. The guy's a rookie pitcher. He hasn't been very good. He gives up a 374 WOBA to left-handers, a 331 WOBA to right-handers. And what can we say? He only is getting 4 Ks per 9, so he's not striking out very many people. He has a 5 earned run average. So if he's not striking out nobody, obviously they're putting balls in play. And I really like the Marlins tomorrow. I think they're going to be... Man, they're probably going to be my favorite stack to go with Baltimore. I'm going to play 1 through 6. I think they're all in play. But the Marlins, they do look good tomorrow. Next, we'll move on to the Blue Jays. They have a 5.1 implied run total. They're going against Jeremy Hellickson. This guy allows a 329 WOBA to left-handers, a 308 WOBA to right-handers. He's been getting hit hard lately. He's allowed 7 home runs in his last 3 starts. And on the season, he's the 6th. He's allowed the 6th most home runs of any starter this year. So, I like the Blue Jays tomorrow, even though they may slump a little bit. Okay, remember I'm saying this. Smoke, he's a lock for a home run tomorrow. I really like Smoke tomorrow. Okay? We'll leave that at that. And then we'll go with Batista. He has good numbers. He's 12 for 33, 3 home runs, a double, a triple, so he's getting those extra base hits. He's hitting them hard. I also like Montero and Pierce. They're both cheap. They both already have a home run off of Hellickson in his career. And then Donaldson. Donaldson has really picked it up in August, so you can never leave Donaldson out of your Blue Jay stack if that's the route that you go. Okay, and then I'm gonna talk a little bit about the Cubs. I don't have the run total; they haven't released it yet. It has a lot to do with the wind's blowing in a lot in Wrigley Field. So you got to kind of keep an eye on that. If it's blowing in a lot, it's really going to reduce, home runs from going out. They're going to die on you if they're hit high. But Newcomb is bad overall. He allows a 330 WOBA to left-handers, a 342 WOBA to right-handers, and he has a 180 ISO. So, man, and, another thing is, the Cubs are hot too. There ain't no lying about that. So my top 3 players on the Cubs are going to be Bryant, Rizzo, and Baez. They've all hit lefties really well this year. So just keep an eye on the wind. That's the only thing that's really scaring me off the Cubs. And lastly, I'll throw in the New York Yankees against Eduardo Rodriguez. I don't really like them too much, but I do like the power bats in Judge, in Sanchez, and in Hicks. I really like Sanchez tomorrow, okay? I think he's going yard as well. You can mark my word on that one. But Sanchez, he should be in for a good game tomorrow. So, that's all I got for you for tonight. I'm tired. I'm going to relax. Watch Little Sports Center. As always, thank you for watching this. If you want our full optimized lineups, go visit our website.